Hello, Kaylin666. This is Scouty111. I'm relatively new to YouTube. This is my second video, and I'm just learning my way around this movie maker program. I don't own a cam, and I'm not so sure I'm going to do the cam thing. So just please excuse the pictures there, and hopefully just listen to my thoughts and ideas, and bear with me on the photographs that I've posted. I'd like to just make a couple comments here in regard to this idea of ultimate meaning or meaning and its possible relationship or lack of relationship to atheism. I'd like to use a portion of the dictionary definition of meaning to address this issue. And, in the dictionary, meaning is defined as the purpose or significance of something. So I'd like to narrow a definition here to purpose or significance so that we can understand what we're talking about. So let's look at purpose for a minute. Purpose involves the notion of intention. So it's an intended desired result, intended or desired result. That's what purpose is. So for example, I could say that I went to school for the purpose or intention of getting a job that I enjoy, or I establish relationships with people for the purpose or intention of experiencing the pleasure of those relationships. Or I go to the grocery store for the purpose or intent of getting food that I need to eat to sustain my life. So I think our ability to conceive of intent or purpose, our ability to have intent or purpose has helped us greatly in our ability to thrive as a species versus, say, purely instinctual survival mechanisms. Now, as an atheist, I don't claim that some grand being had some ultimate purpose or intention for creating the universe. For example, I don't say God created humans on Earth or the universe for any particular purpose. I mean, I don't even posit a God or gods, so the notion of God's intent or purpose is pretty much irrelevant, really. So what this means is that I do not see some grand ultimate purpose or intention for me or for the universe. But as humans within our existence, we create our purposes. So my life has purpose, but just not on some grand absolute scale. Purpose is also defined as the significance of something. And no, I don't think that there's some grand being out there who is the absolute arbitrator of significance. And I think nature couldn't care less if we go extinct as a species. Now, does that mean our life is insignificant? Well, certainly not to us, right? And because I don't think there's some grand being out there who cares and who's going to rescue us, I think we better darn care about our own personal significance as humans and do our best to sustain ourselves on Earth for as long as possible if we want future generations to continue to have this human life experience, which I think is pretty amazing. I certainly would like future generations to have this experience. It's pretty incredible. So I think this idea is analogous to the notion of absolute morality. I mean, as an atheist, I don't posit some absolute morality coming from some supernatural source, but I certainly do not throw out all notions of morality and ethics in my life, because obviously the world would be a miserable place to live if we all threw out any notions of being kind and respectful to one another. And the same is true with purpose and significance. Just because I don't think there's some absolute purpose or significance doesn't mean that I discard either. If we throw out purpose and significance on a personal level, life would be meaningless to us, and I think pretty miserable and actually ultimately detrimental to our survival. So even though I, as an atheist, do not posit some grand purpose or grand significance to my life or the universe, the notions of purpose and significance are still very real and very relevant to me, but on a more personal, human, experiential level. Well, thanks so much for listening, and it's great to see so many fine folks on YouTube, and I look forward to your comments. Take care.